Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don channel. We're here at the very east end of Charleston Boulevard in the main streets of Las Vegas. This is the foothills, these are the foothills here of Frenchman's Mountain at the very east end. So this is your eastern terminus of Hollywood. I had a viewer recommend that I do a video driving the entire length of Charleston Boulevard across the valley. So that's what we're gonna do in separate videos, but definitely take a look at the subsequent videos in this series. Really help us out there. And so we are here again, east end of Charleston. Let's see where we get. Let's see how far we go here on the Vegas Don channel. We do all things Vegas here on this channel, not just the glitz and the glamour of the Las Vegas Strip, but all things Las Vegas as we pass White Wind Lane. That's our first intersection here. And then Radwick, which goes in and out intermittently up all the way through to Cary, C-A-R-E-Y, up there near Sunrise High School, way up there. Solitude Estates, that's called right there, gated community here at the east end of town. One thing about being here on the edge of town like this, you're gonna have a lot of scorpions. They do have scorpions in the interior of town too, so it's not like you can get away from them on the interior of town, but they come down from the mountains, especially at nighttime. They are cold-blooded, they do not like the heat, so they prefer shade and cool areas. Shady and cool areas. We'll pause it here for a moment. And from this vantage point, you actually have a pretty good view of the entire strip. Well, the trees are in the way there, but the strip is off to the left there, and if you look dead ahead, you can see Charleston as it carves a path out of the desert here right in front of us on its way out to Red Rock Casino. And that's what we're going to be doing here in this series of videos. So please make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of each new video in the series. We've never done Charleston all the way across the valley before. We have taken Charleston out to its western terminus, which is really technically down there by the by Blue Diamond Road on the extreme southwest part of town on the way out to Pahrump, which is a town about 30 miles away from Las Vegas, out there accessible off of Blue Diamond Road. But Charleston loops around. You can get to Red Rock National Recreation Area off of Charleston, and a lot of folks do that because they do want to go hiking out there. But usually this time of year, there's not a whole lot in the way of hikers out there. Not this time of day, at least. The early morning, yes, but not right now. It's way too warm. And it's windy, but yeah, it's way too warm. So now we have descended, and we are pretty much on a flat plane here as we begin to cross Sloan Lane here. There's an Albertsons over here, and a Domino's, and a Care Now, which is an urgent care place. Sinclair over there is $4.25 a gallon for regular unleaded. The Shell there on the left, $3.99 a gallon. So the Shell is actually cheaper than the Sinclair here across the street. And the Sinclair actually has a smog testing facility in there, which is a whole nother can of worms here for folks that live in Reno and Las Vegas here in the state of Nevada, because the two most populated counties must get smog testing done on their vehicles every year. But the other, I think there's 17 counties in the state, so the other 15 counties, they don't have to get their cars tested for smog. And the reason for that is simple science, really. Smog knows when it's approaching a county line here in Nevada. So when it gets close to, say, from Washoe to Story County up there, or here Clark County, and it gets close to Nye County to the west of us, it knows to stop. Even if the winds are blowing it, it tells the wind, it turns around and tells the wind, stop blowing me because I can't go over into Nye County. I'm not allowed there. They don't test for me there. Smog is very smart. Smog is a very smart smog. So we have a Target over here, and Sephora with Kohl's. And yes, I was being completely facetious and sardonic. It's amazing that they let the rural counties get away with it. And at the end of the day, we get so much wind in this town, it blows dust in and everything from all over the place. I mean, LA is technically south of us, so if the winds are blowing west to east, we're not going to see any of the smog or dirt from LA. But if it's out of the southwest all the way through, then yeah, that's a good chance we're going to get some of that. So you see these gates here in the middle, the median. These are white in color. They have similar ones down on the strip. They're green in color. Note the difference between the ones on the strip and the ones here. You see them? They're all black and gray and grimy and gritty and greasy and yuck. Now, if they were darker in color, they probably wouldn't show that. But just another difference between the east side of town here in Las Vegas versus the west side in Summerlin. And you'll see that as you look through this series of videos here. I mean, yeah, you can... Definite dirt and grime all over these things. Just years and years of nastiness all over them. Also, please check out my wife's brand new channel here on YouTube, Cinnamon and Jupiter. She does some spirituality and astrology videos here on YouTube. Just starting out, brand new channel. I love to help out the small people. I was small myself once and kind of had to learn the ropes on my own, so I'm glad to help out others and do what I can for them. So certainly my wife, I've done a lot to try and help out other streamers here in town, and so now certainly my wife gets top billing when it comes to me trying to help other streamers out. Also, vids from Mike. He's a good buddy of mine, lives here in Vegas, doesn't do any live streams, but he does do lots of sunrise and sunset drone videos as well as time-lapse videos, so feel free to check those out. We have another juice stand, it looks like, right here, right over on the other side of that Escalade that keeps pulling up. There are a million of those over here on this side of town. So that's Vids from Mike, VIDS FROMMIKE. Vids from Mike here on YouTube. Feel free to check him out. So this is Lamb Boulevard here, a major north-south artery. We did pass Nellis Boulevard back there, and up, which is the other north-south artery here, major north-south artery here on the east side of town. Home Depot over here. There's also, we just passed a little Walmart neighborhood market, little grocery store version of the Walmart. And you see a big empty dirt lot there on the left, and some houses here on the right. I would be scared if I lived right here up against this major thoroughfare. They say that 20% or up to 20% of the driving population here in town is driving around inebriated at any given time, day or night. 20%. So yeah, that's a scary proposition. Have someone come flying through your living room. There used to be a Pep Boys over there, but that is now closed. It just adds to the blight and the bleakness here on the east side of town, in my humble opinion. We'll pause it for a moment. And we got the green light here. That's Sacramento, which runs in between here and, well, you have to zigzag really, but to get over to Stewart, north of us. We've done a lot of videos up and down Stewart, so feel free to check those out in our video library. When they redesigned this interchange, you can see here we have 2 through lanes and 3 turn lanes here. So the third inside lane, which was a through lane, actually becomes a turn lane to go south here on Interstate 11/US 95. So if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you might end up crashing into that power pole, street pole up there in the median up ahead of you. Or you may end up finding yourself southbound on US 95 here. And there's no warning or anything because they don't do a whole lot in the way of signage here in Vegas. If you've driven around the town, you'll know exactly what I mean. You'll be approaching highways and interchanges and things like that, and you'll have no idea. There'll just suddenly be a sign like that one there on the left. Okay, yeah, go south over there. That's it. Other states put up big signs like, a quarter mile, whatever, half mile ahead. There's an interchange, blah, blah, blah. Nope, not here. Whoever's running a sign company here needs to do a much better job of bidding for contracts from the city and the county and the state, in my humble opinion. Once again, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It really helps recommend us to other viewers. Absolutely helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries the weight of your voice to other folks. So please help us out there. And this is Barley Pops here. They actually had a pretty good restaurant and a pretty good pizza place in there, actually. I don't know if it's still there. I don't see any signage for it. But it was a good pizza place. I'm a big pizza nerd, so I love checking out new places. This is Pecos/Pecos. And always remember, here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey, where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We'll see you next time, folks. Thank you so much.